I'll be right back.
I'm just waiting for Steel Toe to start.
Oh, okay.
So I gotta see this. I gotta see what his fucking announcement is. I think I know what it is. Chat seems to know what it is. If it's really... Jesus. I'm just hooked on the drama. But I'm also incredibly burnt out on the... I don't know. Same thing happened to me after Fish Tank. I watched the second season of Fish Tank, a lot of it. I got really, really tired after. And I didn't want to watch anything. That's kind of what's happened with this Steel Toe shit. Where I watched a lot on it. But there's so many people covering it where you start to see the same things over and over and over and over again. You just hear the same people regurgitating the information. And it's like, it gets kind of lame. The best is just watching it right from the horse's mouth and just watching Steel Toe straight up. Like, I can't watch anyone's coverage of the Steel Toe stuff anymore. It's just so, I'm watching people watch other people's clips that I've already seen. But I've really enjoyed his, Aaron's a piece of shit. He's a liar, a grifter, and a massive piece of shit. Chet doesn't like watching Steel Toe. He doesn't like I asked him last week if we could just watch Steel Toe one night, and he was like, "No, they don't want to watch that." And I was like, I want to watch that." It was the night that he was gonna go and spill all the beans on Ricada. I love this shit. But like, Steel Toe did something very, very, like, not funny, just, he's such a piece of shit. I couldn't imagine doing this to you guys. I couldn't imagine pulling the type of shit that he does on his audience on you guys. Like, he literally said that when his ex-wife was off the fucking books, that he would lower the donation goal at night and during the day. So, like, it would be like, guys, it would be like if, like, we were like, we need that $250 tonight to keep going. And then I was like, all right, so Milk is off the show. He's gone. So we're going to have money on the books. So I'll be able to lower the goal for you guys. And then like, say a month passes where Milk's been gone. And you guys are like, hey, so are you going to lower the goal? And I'm like, well, yeah, but we got to pay Mr. Blue. We got to pay Mr. Blue, and we got to pay Chat. So I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. That's literally what he said. He's like, well, we got to pay Johnny. And like, we got to pay Gino and Keanu to stream with me on Thursdays and Wednesdays. He's like, so we're not going to be able to lower the goal. But his whole deal, like, he said this for like 2 weeks where he's like, I'm going to lower the goal. We're going to get back to doing Steel Toe. Da 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 da. We're not going to be asking for as much money from you guys. I think he's starting to think, well, hey, I'm not going to have to pay her fucking bills anymore. What if I just had the same amount of money coming in and not having to pay her fucking bills? And he's like, well, fuck that. I want that money. But there's been a lot of updates. Like, he did not reveal everything. And I think that it goes way deeper than anything he's let on. Because he said that they were going to move. He said that they were going to move into the Ricada's house. That there was plans for Steel Toe's whole family, kids, fucking April, they were going to move in with the Ricadas. And they were going to have some big old fucking family. Which is fucking crazy. Like, you got to be on a lot of Molly and coke to think that that's a good idea. Yeah, that's what it is. Like, they're just so coked out and Molly, like, they just feel so, you're like, yeah, it's gonna be great, and nothing will ever change. We can just party all the time. Yes, they are. 100%. It is not just like, oh, they're swapping wives. No, they were gonna. So Rakeda has a compound. He has 2 houses on one piece of property with 2,000 acres of woods. That's where Rakeda lives. And like, I guess Aaron was gonna move into the house that's like next to them on the property, so they were gonna like live on the property together. And like, they were each gonna have separate houses, but they'd be flip-flopping wives and stuff. And you can't convince me that the fucking kids didn't know everything that goes on. Everybody, like, when you're a kid, you know your parents when they're doing shit. Not necessarily that level of shit, like, but like, you know, if your parents are like, I remember my dad was like smoking cigarettes and trying to hide it. Like, he didn't want me to know he was smoking cigarettes. You find out when you're a kid. So, like, obviously these kids knew that there was some weirdo shit going on. Steel Toe was bringing his kids over to the Rakeda's house. Like, come on. And I think, so here's the other thing. Before he gets going. April may have moved back in with Rakeda. I think Rakeda is trying to swing a polygamous sister wives thing, and he's gonna say that it's not, that his church disowned him because of the multiple women, not because of the other stuff. But he's gonna be like, no, they don't like my lifestyle choice of being with 2 women. That's what he's gonna say.
It's been a busy day today. I got bragging.
It's been a busy day.
I mowed the lawn today after the show, and then I went to the gym. And on my way to the gym,
I kind of want the chat
Kevin
here.
Brennan
That's good.
Of Misery Loves Company. And Kevin's becoming one of those guys I can't say no to when he asks me to do his show. It's kind of like...
and I'm pretty sure that the police department or the detectives, whoever, are just watching every single one of his shows, taking notes, so they can press Nick on that.
If I'm awake.
Or the DA, whoever's doing the case is watching every single one of these streams, taking fucking notes.
People can say whatever they want about Kevin Brennan. Kevin Brennan takes care of his guests. He's very good to his guests. He's a very gracious host. So I recommend, A, watching Misery Loves Company every time I'm on it, and B, watch. If you're ever offered to go on, if you do a show, go on MLC. It's a lot of fun.
I would never. I would never.
A lot of people don't want to do it because they get shit.
I would never get paid to go on to fucking Kevin Brennan's show.
The funny lines that all the fans come up with, like 1 in 10 of them are like truly mean, and that's fine. Like, that's easy. I've been doing this long enough to know about myself that I'm easy to hate. Like, if you're looking for a guy to dislike, I'll be your Huckleberry. If you're looking for somebody that's like funny and stupid and retarded and whatever, I'm your guy. But like,
Orthodox getting paid to watch Steel Toe.
I really like to kick in the cunt, and that's fine if that's what you're looking for.
While you have a League of Legends game going.
I guess.
Well, you know that there's detectives watching this, taking notes for Rakeda's case, because he's just like spilling everything and just saying so much incriminating shit. It's crazy.
Kevin usually takes really good care of me, and I'm going to put all of our MLC stuff towards goals and everything else. So we're going to do a short show tonight because I ended up doing like 2.5 hours or 2 hours and 15 minutes on Misery Loves Company. So I don't have a full show in me tonight. The good news is whatever we're going to make from MLC will more than cover tonight's goal. So we'll just do this.
Imagine just doing a show without a goal. Hey, BBC. BBC, did you see the review tech stuff? Fuck, what the fuck was it? Something, he did some crazy bullshit. What the fuck was it?
Also,
what the fuck did he do?
We'll go with PayPal.
Maybe we'll look at that tonight. I honestly have there's nothing to watch tonight.
We can do that. I don't have a show.
I saw a clip of him on Twitter, and it was something he said, or something that he said he was going to do that he didn't do. I don't know. He's such a fuck. Oh no, he got a job. That's what it is. BBC, did you see he got a job? It's over for Review Tech. He finally caved and got a job, a real job. His first tax job. Well, His first real job
In
since
general,
2009.
whatever. And it doesn't have to be. It can be about the divorce, the arrest. It can be about life in general.
He said it was too good of an offer. He couldn't pass it up. And it's like, what do you mean? It was a job then? You just got a job? Like it's not like you were making money doing YouTube.
And brought a peanut butter and chocolate trail mix.
There was a very funny clip of him playing a beat and just staring off into space like a retard. And it's like a beat he made where it's like him burping and farting. And it's just like, this guy is a fucking moron.
This evening. I mean, it's close. Your nose isn't white enough. If you catch my drift. But Sack Demon brought...
Whenever Dickers gets outed for something like pedophilic or something creepy, he does that thing where he burps into the microphone. That's his tell. He burps into the microphone whenever he's confronted with some...
Earlier, which Sack Demon would have really liked, because French onion dip smells fantastic on the breath. Also, cannot recommend these enough unless...
He's drinking the Jack Daniels and Coke in a can?
These can be a problem.
Jesus Christ. I used to drink those. Remember, I drank those when I was like 16 years old.
These are really good.
We could get them sometime.
I think like Jim Beam.
Either way, yeah. Either way. It was Jim Beam, yeah.
These are really fucking good. They're tasty. Usually cocktails...
They're tasty?
Like whatever sweet thing is in
gross, dude. Drinking a whiskey and Coke out of a can? That's fucking gross.
They come in 4-packs, and if I drink a 4-pack, I'll be a little fucked up.
Wait, what was that thing you were saying? What was it, at Applebee's, where they asked, where Mike ordered a Jack and a Coke, and they asked him if Pepsi was okay, and he just told them no?
Quote unquote.
Yeah.
That's so funny. I can picture him doing that too. Just being like, no, and then they just don't know what to say, so they just move on to the next person. Because yeah.
Labs, PayPal, and Venmo tonight is going to Keanu C. Thompson and Gino for their efforts this week. Even though we're gonna start paying them a flat fee anyway. I just figure we got some good...
He's going to start paying Gino Bisconte and Keanu Thompson a flat fee to host his show.
For that one. All right, let's go into the chat. Aaron, I'm going to stop doing interviews. 2 days later, it goes back on MLC. Kevin asked, and I told Kevin beforehand, I go, Kevin, I just can't talk about like anything that might be, quote unquote, my case or anything like that.
Wait.
I just can't talk about specifics of that.
His case?
Cool.
Quote unquote, his case?
Kept it pretty vague. There was nothing that I like got into. There were a couple.
Since when does he have a case?
I can't talk about that. Everybody's a pervert too. Like everybody wants to know about like the dirty things. They're like, what about this dirty thing? Everyone seems to think that this shit is like real life is like porn. I'm realizing that men in America, I'm starting to get like how conservatives think, where they're like, men in America are watching way too much porn. And they are, and it fucks you up, and it's really bad for you. And I think it desensitizes.
I didn't realize. So he's got like I guarantee they opened a case, or they're like maybe exploring legal or criminal charges against him.
It's all like porn.
That's why he can't talk about his case.
What the fuck are you on about? So I went on MLC.
So why would he be describing it as his case? He's not involved.
I can't talk about this, or I can talk about that. He's always really, really good at it. So I trust Kevin. I like going on his show. Amanda Hugginkit says MLC reminds me of Bicker. I can't. I really want to eat this trail mix on the air, but I can't because I crunch right into the microphone, and people are just gonna get up my asshole about it. Amanda Hugginkit, MLC reminds me of bickering old women at the laundromat, complaining about the dryers not drying fast enough. I like it. I think it's a good time. The time
charges for what? For his involvement with the Nick Rekieta stuff.
If the time went by really fast.
He kept talking about, he kept implicating himself
like we would wait for Nick to get
in different shit. I don't know exactly. I don't know. But he basically put himself in
other ones that I watched,
at crime scenes. He put himself at crime scenes.
Kotod says, is this the stream where he finally comes out? Come on, man. It's Pride Month. Just get it out of the way now so you can enjoy it. I'm 99.4% sure I'm a heterosexual man. You always got to leave the 0.6. Nothing's ever for certain. Blank says, so April is confirmed living back with Nick. Now, this is very interesting. If you watch Misery Loves Company,
this is very interesting.
A little news, and I think it's news Keanu's
is he saying he was being gay with Nick?
No.
That statement?
I always like having a co-host.
No, his fucking ex-wife moved back in with the Rekieters.
And I don't think I want to scream.
That's what he means.
That's fucking crazy.
I got an email.
What a crazy cohort.
My State Farm app.
Oh, listen to
State
this.
Farm let me know that a claim that we have had on April's truck since March 1st, they'd gotten an estimate and they'd sent a check. I'm like, well, that's interesting. Now, here's another
April's
interesting part
doing
of it,
stuff
though.
with his
My name
insurance.
is on the check. So I believe they don't let you cash those checks
Oh.
unless you have both.
Did she cash a check in his name?
I'm not sure. It'll be
I think
interesting
she
to see.
sold a
Someone
truck
said, well,
and then
see how
cashed the
that
check?
went. Maybe someone's going
that
to
what he
forge your
said?
signature.
Listen to this.
If that's the case,
Uh-oh.
that is not keeping your nose clean in the eyes of the law.
They're divorced.
So, I'm going to keep an eye out on that.
He
but I also
finalized the
wanted to know,
divorce.
well, wait a minute. Should I be expecting like a big check to come to the house? Because, my address is the basis of the insurance account, the bundled insurance account. And even though, like, this month, I've removed April from our bundle, this is a claim that took place when she was on the bundle, so it still counts towards this one. Whatever. When you hit a deer in Minnesota, there's no deductible anyway, so fuck it. The other thing is you can pocket the money if you want to. So, like, I think the estimate for this was like $5,000.
What?
And I don't know how much, Peruvian marching powder you can get with $5,000.
She was good. She stole $5,000.
Maybe it'll keep you in business. Not that that's what I think it would be used for. But you can pocket that shit. Now, I called State Farm because I was curious. Is this check coming to me?
This is incredible.
Like, am I going to have to communicate with this person again?
This is fucking incredible, actually.
Not, quite frankly. So I called them. I said, where was the check sent to? And they gave me the Recato Law Office box in Spicer.
No, it got sent to
And I heard
Recatos?
that, and I went, oh, these three are just kind of hell-bent on dying then, aren't they? Just kind of, we're just going to take the nose of the plane.
The fucking check for the insurance went to the Recatos house?
Like, three addicts living together. It's like a 70s sitcom mixed with Tales from the Crypt. You've just got, hey, what a wacky situation. A guy, his cocaine side piece, and his wife, and they can't stand each other. And they're facing felony charges together and can't see their children and can't have them in their own home. You know what they're going to do? They're going to keep the polycule together. They're going to keep sucking and fucking each other. They're going to drink. Maybe they'll do drugs. Who the fuck knows? And they're going to ride the nose of this plane right into the fucking ground. Now, don't get me wrong.
April's a huge cokehead.
Great television.
She, like, dove head first into it. She's become, like, she had supposedly had never done cocaine before, and has turned into the biggest junkie in the world.
Getting out of that situation.
It was destiny.
I'm ready to now say literally saved my life. I'm ready to now go literally save my life. And that will sound hyperbolic to some people, and that's fine. But it saved my life because there was no
Steel Toe's ex-wife cashed a check or something, cashed an insurance check that was signed to him. Some crazy shit happened.
One of us said, this has been way too fucked up. This has cost me way too much. I'm not going to risk, my fucking family over this.
One of you can probably fix April,
and
for real.
Slings and arrows, and you take the abuse, and then people text you and they go, it's all falling apart. It's terrible. It's a disaster. Well, then, there's an old saying my dad used to have. It was God helps those who help themselves. And I'm back to thinking my dad was a wise man because he was right.
Yeah,
about
she's
a
a
lot of
Minnesota
things that I
8.
turned out to be very wrong about, like choice in partners. But God helps those who help themselves.
Yeah, Mr. Blue's
God
here.
is not going to help you.
I'm here.
After he reached out a divine hand. And that's what they did. Believe me, that pastor reporting this shit was a divine hand of God reaching out to say, change your ways.
Dude, I'd be really
repent,
concerned
and
that
ye
she's
shall be
like
saved. And what did they do?
cashing checks in his name.
They turned back around to their polycule that the whole town has been whispering about.
Maybe that's what his case is about. Maybe he went to the police.
So they can do drugs and drink.
And they're like, yeah, we'll fucking look into it. Shut the fuck up about it on your stupid internet show.
With their children. God helps those who help themselves. God damns those who repeat their mistakes. So the checks go into Spicer. They put the band, after they got out of jail, the band got back together. And the only thing I thought, one of the only things I thought was April must have the self-esteem.
No, he hasn't made any videos. No, he does not. He's never worn steel-toe boots in his life.
You know what I'm worth? Let me tell you what I'm worth.
It just sells. Like, when you do a radio show from 6 to 10 a.m., who you're going to be broadcasting to Steel Toes. You know?
And child
Yeah, he's an urban cowboy. I like that.
That's where your self-esteem is.
No, this is his shop,
That
Orthodox.
is
He's doing shop
brutally
right now.
Brutally.
This is his
It
craft.
also says your moral compass is fucking dicked.
Don't you see the
I said on
professional
show this
setup?
morning, I said if she goes back home, if she gets a real job, if she gets the name change, turns it all around. Fucking awesome.
Buddy, her
Pretty
mind
awesome.
went
Still
to
got enough
where
juice.
can I get money? And it's like, oh yeah,
You
I
go
still have
back
that
into the
insurance claim. They'll send me a
polycule
check for that.
And the drug den and all of that shit.
Her mind was
It's
racing.
fucking over.
Once she
It's
got that
fucking
check,
over.
she's probably like her
Somebody's
dopamine
gotta
hit
go.
so hard. You know what I mean? They're
Please,
all
I
like
beg
on
you,
that
find me a
$5,000 is going to go
polycule
so
running
quick.
right now that's doing well and going strong after a year, 2 years, 3 years. There isn't one. There's a reason for that. Society's not as fucking stupid.
Dude, you see
as
that
think
comment?
they are.
Anyone who sends money knowing
It
Aaron
always
is only
fails.
giving us 35 minutes needs
Somebody
psychiatric help.
has got to
Yeah. He reads every
Who?
comment. It doesn't matter if you
When?
super chat him. He's like us.
All I know is, fuck this. This story is going to get really good. Somebody did say in the chat, Johnny Arcade said being arrested brought them all closer, trauma bonding, and a common enemy. This is real. Kayla's hallway snatch wrote something really good. April over there means that the case against Nick is super solid, and Nick dangled the coke-covered carrot to April so all three of them can synchronize their stories for any future trial or questioning. If you don't think Nick is playing Godfather over this whole thing, he's not even letting Kayla get a fucking lawyer. She filed her papers for the judge motion pro se, which means no attorney. So, because I'll tell you why. Because if she got like my attorney or that person's attorney or this attorney, basically any attorney that's not her retarded husband, he would say, hey, do you miss your fucking kids? Yes, I miss my kids more than anything. I just want to see my children. All right, here's what we do. We go to the Candy Ojai County Police Station. We talk to them. We talk to CPS. We go, what path can I get on so that I can see my children again? Because the state of Minnesota does not want to lock a mother of 5 up for blow. They do not want to. They want to put her in what's called a diversion program. And any lawyer that's not a
Dude, it sounds like he
dipshit
fucking
would
talked
know
to the
this.
police.
They
It
wanna
really
put her in
sounds like he
rehab,
turned them
they wanna
in.
put her in
Or like it
recovery,
was part of
they
it. It
wanna
sounds
give her
like
a
he
mild
talked.
probationary
How does he know
sentence.
about
They
this?
want her to work with CPS for a year or two.
This
and
sounds
get
like
your
he
kids
talked
back.
to like a detective who's
Supervision
like,
for
no,
about a year
no,
or
they don't
two,
want to
and
do
then
this to a mother
home
of
free.
5. They want to put her in a diversion program. What's called the
You got
diversion
Nick's lording
program.
over the whole thing, and he's got to keep both of those.
You know what I
He's gotta
mean? Like
keep
it
both
definitely
of his
said, like
bitches in
whatever. Like
check,
I don't really
lest
care
they
either
might
way.
rat
It's
on him.
He's straight up quoting them.
yeah, no, he's straight up quoting
you know,
the detectives
I
or the
gotta say,
officer,
I
the
hate to be this
liaison
guy,
or whatever,
Nick's
the
moving
officer that's
fucking
like
smart
telling
by
him this.
comparison.
They don't want to
All
lock
this
up in a
noise to
state,
make me
yeah,
look like
because
a
it just
fucking
seems like,
idiot.
how
I
does
look
he
like
know?
F. Lee
How
fucking
does he know
Hayes.
they don't want to lock up a
And I
mother of
believe I
5?
made my
Like this is a high profile case.
my
Like,
fucking
well, don't you
mouth
think a
like
DA
this.
who would like want to like get his name out would
Boy,
be
do
like
I
want to
look
be the
like
one who
Johnny
puts Nick
fucking
Ricado away?
Cochran
Nick Ricada's pretty famous.
compared to this guy. Boy, best of luck, kids. Best of luck. There's something they say.
But it also sounds
in
like something a
recovery,
detective will just
which
say
is
to you.
your
Like the
best
police don't have to
thinking
tell you the
got you
truth.
here.
They could just be like, yeah, no, they'll put her in a diversion program. Sure,
I think
yeah,
that's
sure.
pretty accurate
What's going on over
for
there?
them.
Their kids are being neglected?
XMMM says, another win for the toe. Go on, say it. There you go. There we go. Very good. So there you are. It's
That the
it's
news?
fucking insane how easy this would be to get taken care of. Pride cometh before the fall, is what they say. Gray Duckling with $5. Here comes the questions. Gray Duckling, $5. Why are you gay? I'm maybe hereditary. I think I've got.
It's a matter
genes
of
in my
time
family.
before it comes out that him and Nick
Yeah,
Ricada were
it might be a
doing
hereditary
gay
thing.
sex. Everything
No
else
Pen
has been
15
true.
Fathead, with $2 says, are you
Everything else has
circumcised?
been
I said
true.
$5 and up.
He joked about the
Rupert
being
499 says, "Do
gay
you have an
thing. He
addictive
joked it off. He
personality
joked off the
or
swinger thing.
addictions before this
You
night?"
have to just assume that they're both like
Maybe
he's
not
doing
an
the same thing
addictive
for both. How could you
personality,
know what I mean? Why, you know?
But she was definitely
He might
very
not be, but
impressionable
it's
and is
hard
one of
to
those
tell.
people who's 50% the person
And he's
she
fucking-
is and 50% the person she's with. And if she thinks something's cool,
All right,
or
I'm probably
someone
gonna
older
be
than
done with him for now. Mersh had another stroke. I saw this before stream. It's pretty cool.
The killdozer was demoed, and its components were destroyed and dispersed between several.
Oh damn, he's behind. He's behind the bear. Hold on.
$7 million in property.
Yeah, they didn't want people trying to get relics, basically.
And nobody.
Which sucks because I would have liked if you had the actual like bulldozer front part of that piece. Like think about that. Like as far as like an epic weapon in Final Fantasy.
Just
like,
watch
think about the
Orthodox.
stat boost.
Was killed or injured during the incident.
It's from these fucking shitty vapes.
Leading up to the
It's from these
incident,
crappy
Marv
vapes
gave
he's
away all
smoking.
of his financial assets to his
These
friends
blinkers,
and family,
dude.
and left various notes behind for his friends.
Here goes. Here goes.
And his enemies. In the end, it was perceived that Marv was sabotaging Dochev's
Here
business
goes.
plans, and not the other way around. And no matter how you look at it, perception is reality.
Is that what they tried to sell us on?
You can see it. See his eyes. See his fucking eyes. See his eyes behind his glasses. Look at that. Okay.
Sell
Yeah,
us
I see it.
on?
See it. You can kind of see his eyes behind his glasses there. He starts to just stare straight. He comes to, and he realizes.
Is reality.
Yeah, he's having like a seizure, something.
Is that what they tried to sell us on?
Looks like he's bouncing.
I think I just had one of my strokes, you guys.
And he just does.
That was a legit stroke. That was one. No, that's the wrong bite. We needed this one. That was a legitimate. I had a little.
Dude, I would not be as fucking.
Yeah, it happened. That's a.
I would not be as nonchalant about that. You know what I mean? I would not be like, oh, let me play my sound bite of my other stroke because I just had another one. Like, Jesus Christ, Mersh. Holy fuck. I think it's in the eyes, Orthodox. He wears those glasses, but yeah, TIA is yeah, my boss had like a stroke